Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on a low-key team here, and we're gonna go with the team that I wanted to use a couple days ago. Was it this one? Actually, no. I think I'm mistaken. But yeah, we're gonna go with this team. This is the Edelgard team that I've been trying to build, that I finally was able to put together successfully, and it took a lot of work to get. Basically get her to work in the current meta. It is not easy to get Winter Edelgard to take out some of the near saves that are currently running rampant, particularly Rhea. Took a ton of work to get her to be able to take out Rhea, but she can now successfully take out Valentine's Rhea with granted, it's pretty convoluted strategy because it does take a ton of combinations to get it to work, but she can do it. So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a fear matchup in Rhea's perspective. 1v1, Rhea still wins that. So, but I mean, it can work now with the setup that I have here in terms of in Edelgard's favor. I was even contemplating running Armored Blaze back on this Edelgard just for style points, but it turns out that I actually need the extra action from Gale Force. It kind of makes me feel it's so cheap that Valentine's Edelgard gets that 3 actions, but I guess, you know, new unit, extra stuff, it's bound to happen. Probably when 2035, when Edelgard gets her refine Winter, she'll be able to get 3 actions as well, for whatever it'll be worth by then. But yeah, a couple of key components to this team. Of course, I had mentioned that Yunaka is going to be like mandatory. She's like, I don't even think I can change this team in the future. Like, you know, bonus rotations. I don't know how it'll work, but because Hearthvolger here is pretty much crucial to the function of this team. So I don't know how this will work. I don't think it'll even work if the units were to change. I might not be able to ever use this team again because Hearthvolger needs to be here, and then also Lapis needs to be here. Lapis is both of them are pretty much really important to Edelgard being able to do this. Maybe I could eventually swap out Yunaka, because Yunaka's role is really more of traps and positioning, but I really would like to keep her. And then also Lucina is action economy. Maybe I could swap that out with a different dancer.
Ready to walk?
The null follow-up, the stats, the lulls, that's also good, but then I could also probably get that from a dancer. So if there's ever going to be a change, maybe it would be Lucina, because her primary role is to just swap people around with Shadow Shift and with Future Focus, and then Shadow Shift people into position. So I think that would probably be the change that I would make if I was forced to do so. Or if I intend to use this team in the future, Lucina might not be on it, which is unfortunate, but also makes sense, since, as you will see in my setup here, Lucina doesn't really do anything in terms of combat, aside from Future Focus, the status buff, the +7 swings, the lull, the scowl, very important things, all very important. So if I'm replacing her, it has to be someone that can actually provide as many things, if not more, but that is a potential spot that could see a change. But for what it is for right now, this is the team. Again, Lapis, I feel like just trying to team build, I realized that I slept on this Lapis quite a bit. Oh, and also, well, I guess I could probably go back to Scowl, to Escutcheon. Pavis does a way better job, but I could probably go back to Escutcheon if I really needed to on Lapis. But yeah, Lucina helps her get her Pavis to be, you know, close to charged, if not pre-charged, and then, you know, she's able to survive that way. But yeah, Lapis, definitely slept on this Lapis. Probably performed even better with A-Slice. I would probably, you know, recommend that. I don't even really see anyone using her currently, like for Ether Raids. Could be wrong. Probably just not recording their matches. Probably just not on YouTube. That's just how it is. There's a ton of different combinations that we're not seeing of teams and units that we're just not seeing because, you know, they just aren't being broadcast.
I will
But
deliver.
for me, I think I definitely slept on this Lapis. Which is why I was saying that she is like integral to this team now, because shared spoils. Wow, that is actually a fantastic debuff. I was not aware that it was as good as it is. And you'll see the thing that kind of blew my mind when I was just using her. It's not the warping, even though the warping, being able to warp to Lapis is very, very great in terms of being reminiscent of Tana, and also helping me to be mobile with units like Edelgard on this team, if there is no, barricade and stuff. But that is not the thing that, gets me going with this Lapis. It's the shared spoil you'll see, after I clear the traps here, which is why Yunaka is here, because I guess I could go up there with Edelgard and step on that, but it's a wasted action. And also, I kind of need Lapis to be the one. Lapis has to be the first initiator because of, melee initiator. I guess it could work if the traps weren't in the position that they're currently in. I could probably still get this off, because what it would be is that Yunaka is I'm gonna attack first with Lapis with Yunaka here, because I want that front spot that Sigurd, right below Sigurd, I want that spot for initiation. So I'm gonna attack first with Yunaka there, but that's not like, it's not like a requirement for me to attack first with Yunaka. She can go second or third or whatever way down the line if needs be, but trap placements, getting around. If I could get Lapis to clear, hex traps, then that's a ton of investment. And I also really, really like Flared Sparrow on her, because it does something for Winter Edelgard specifically, which is if I'm not in a position where if Hirschfelger fails to get into position to inflict her status debuff, the null miracle, or if there's let's say some type of penalty cleansing, the Flared Sparrow plus Winter Edelgard combination is able to remedy that negative or disadvantage. It swings the matchup back in my favor. So how this works is that Lapis goes in, hits, survives, which is most important. If she's dying, then this whole thing does not work. Which is why I was saying that I think she could probably work with Haste Slice as well, because there's some extra damage there. Also, if she kills the unit, then maybe that probably doesn't work as well either. You don't want, it's really mainly for near saves that are bulky. You don't want her to kill the near saves. You want both units to survive.
What you need?
Yeah, so hits, survives, and then Edelgard can then go in. Flame Terrain means that Edelgard will get the full effect of her beast skill or weapon. I forget which one it is. I think it's a weapon, in which she is able to neutralize Miracle. She neutralizes Miracle. So Winter Edelgard, Superior Edelgard, well, I guess you could always just run Fatal Smoke, but then you lose movement on Valentine's Edelgard, and you'd pretty much be dependent on Celica Ring. But Winter Edelgard pretty much neutralizes Miracle. So she can just go in and bop Rhea, straight up, once the Flame Terrain is active. And then also, once I get all of my stat swings and everything else going as well, Edelgard, becomes a lot more efficient in terms of being able to take out Rhea. And then what helps out as well is the stat swings from shared spoils, plus Panic Smoke 4, and plus, the debuffs from the detects from Lucina here. So everything is all set up to get Winter Edelgard to work. And granted, you could probably even swap out Winter Edelgard for another unit that has 3 actions, but the Miracle Neutralization is really, really beneficial for running into teams that have near save Rhea, which is the most common near save currently, I want to say. And if not her, then there's going to be Marnie. And Winter Edelgard does very well into both of those matchups when partnered with Scowl, so she's not getting hit with a billion damage on the counterattack. And then this is the great part. Sheared Spoils is going to give Hearthvilger here an extra action because she's the one that took out the units, the near save. And this just blew my mind when I realized that it was a thing. Like this is the main drawback of Hearthvilger, the fact that she's not able to Gale Force. I guess you could build a Gale Force kit on her, but then I mean, that would be like such a waste because her A skill is so important to how she functions. And then how do you get the cooldown on it to really make it work without partnering and wasting team slots? It's a ton of effort, and then she loses out on her special. And I think losing out on her B skill for pass isn't the worst thing. Pass is such a big deal now in the current meta because of lower ground, and that's why I was saying that barricade is like such a meme, because once everyone starts running pass, what are you gonna do? It's like a dead skill. Yeah, you get the stats and the penalty neutralization, but dead skill in my opinion. We will be moving away from this barricade meta at some point. But yeah, Edelgard now has free reign to basically just kill whoever she wants, missing the kill there on Sigurd by just a little bit, and now we're able to get it because of movement. Excel there, that was what was happening. But getting the key thing here is getting the extra action on Hearthvilger from Sheared Spoils. I think that's insane, and it keeps my
only one option.
Kanto from Future Focus, which again is just, there's so many things about this that is just absolutely nuts. I'm really glad that I was able to finally show it off. Granted, this is way slower. I'm not like perfect yet at using the team, but it is a ton way more effective than I've just made it seem right now. Even though taking out Rhea is a feat in itself, you can do a lot more with this team that I just wasn't able to showcase in this particular match. It's a very mobile team in terms of being able to clear structures, especially the mountain terrain, which is one of the primary reasons that Yunaka is here as well. Being able to clear that, Yunaka and Hearthvilger, being able to clear the mountain terrain. This team is just really good. I can't wait to use it some more.